Alrighty guys, a little MULN update. So yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday, our Thursday open or close price was $1.02. Then we hit like 98 cents. And then at the very end of the day, we were trading around like 104 the whole day after that little dip. And then we were trading around 104 the whole day, and then it went up to 110 at the very end of the day. Closed nicely. Today, we fell down to $1 even right at the open. I mean, not more than 30 minutes to an hour. It was trading at $1.05 the whole day. Between $1.04 and $1.07 the whole day. I mean, it looks like bottoms in to me. It sure does. Short interest has slowly been climbing all last week. And all we're waiting for, like, all you gotta do is wait for that little bit of volume. So when they crashed it to 80 cents, clearly there was a lot of dip buying because we went up 50% in 3 days. Like, they wouldn't just let us go up 50% in 3 days unless they had to. So clearly there was more buying. And so I don't see us going down again, because then there'll be more buying. The people that have not sold yet aren't going to sell. There was obviously a decent number of people that sold from 418 all the way to the crash down to 78 cents. But right after we hit 78 cents, we get the announcement that there's more dilution. 332 million shares outstanding now. And so if people bought at $2, bought at $3, bought at $4, and then on our way down to 78 cents, we find out that we own more shares than we did when it went from $1 to $4, that is the exact scientific proof that you need to know that retail is not selling the stock, and that eventually we buy all the shares and we squeeze. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you're having doubts, I feel sorry for you. Somebody on Stock Twits posted this about me. I lost hope in any type of fucking squeeze. Fuck the God pill. That sleazeball. How you gonna call me a sleazeball? I'm the only one that's telling the truth. I'm the only one going over the real data. I've lost a crap ton of money in the options, and I'm bullish as ever. So I've never turned my back away from the thing that I started saying 2.5 months ago. I've stuck to my guns. The data proves to me to be right about all of it. And yet you're going to call me the sleazeball. I'm the only YouTuber. If you go look at all these other stupid YouTubers, let's start naming them off. First off, Review Dork. He got all mad on the stream today because I went on, because I heard someone said that he was talking crap on MULN, so I got to go clear that record. And he basically says, screw a squeeze. Like, only bad people want squeezes. And it's like, okay, well, you were in the AMC squeeze and you still kind of talk positively about AMC, so you're weird. So, that guy, he's obviously been weird from, like, a lot of people that are even in AMC don't even like him. But then, like, let's go to Trey trades. MULN starts to rip. Obvious, retail's excited about it. Trey Trades makes a couple videos about MULN, pawns us off to True Demon and says, I'm not going to make any more videos about MULN because I don't want to manipulate a small cap stock. So I'm not buying any MULN, and I don't want to manipulate any MULN. And here's True Demon, though. You can trust his DD. Subscribe to his channel. He'll guide you the right way. Almost instantly after MULN hits like $2, $3, True Demon just goes totally bearish on MULN for forever. And now he's like talking about AMC squeeze, BBIG squeeze, Red Box squeeze. Everything's a squeeze play to True Demon except for MULN. When MULN's the only actual squeeze play. But then, bring it back to Trey. He says he didn't want to mess with the stock or buy a position in the stock because the market cap was too small and he felt like he had too much influence over it. What does that mean, people? That means he thinks the market cap's too small. If he led too many retail investors into MULN, then he knows it'd squeeze the hedge funds and cost the hedge funds money just like GME did and just like AMC did. Well, he doesn't want that to happen. Why? Because somebody's writing his checks, and it ain't retail. That's for sure. But then, to make it worse with Trey, freaking it comes out with that announcement that AMC owns some of those shares of that movie theater chain. They're only 100 million share market cap. Trey says he's going to buy stock. So he's buying stock in a stock that's 3 times less the market cap of MULN, but he'll still stay away from MULN, even though more retail individual investors are combined in MULN right now. And if you care about retail, the only thing you would talk about is MULN. Bad people, I'm telling you. I can't find a good person that's got more followers than I do, and I do not have a lot of followers. But the point is that anyone that has a following, they just don't talk about it. They don't want to talk about it, and I think it is sus, super sus, and I think there are reasons behind it that we do not know. And someday, I mean, after MULN squeezes, like, what are they going to be able to say? Oh, wow, I can't believe it squoze. How did, like, congrats to all the retailers that made money. I guess I just missed this one. Not sure how I missed it. Oh, really? You don't think they're intentionally missing it? Don't be fucking fools, people. They're all scamming you. You can't trust none of them. The only person you can trust is the people in your phone book, and you got to call them, and you got to tell them that MULN is a guaranteed short squeeze. Does not matter if it takes 30 days. Does not matter if it takes 60 days. All that matters is that the next run of volume, so think about this in the dilution. From March 1st to March 14th, we bought 150 million shares at an average of probably $1.25 a share. So that's almost $200 million that retail put in a 2-week period. March 14th to March 28th, we bought another 50 million shares, and that's when it went up to $4.18, probably an average of $3 a share. That's another $150 million. From March 28th to March 31st, we bought another 42 million shares at like $2.50 a share, which is another $110 million in volume. And now we dropped down all the way to 78 cents. We diluted another 40 million shares, and it's probably at an average of $1, $1.20. And that's another $50 million. And that's on top of what everyone sold. So if people cashed out $100 million, well, we bought $50 million plus the $100 million that the other people sold for. So when you look at it from that perspective, the mathematical presence of what MULN is, the dilution math of what it is in the last 2.5 months, and then the price that it's at now, knowing that the average MULN retail investor bought in at $2 or $3 a share, meaning every time they buy now, they are lowering their cost average, which means everyone that is already in MULN is motivated to throw in another $50 to $100 to $1,000 every single week they get paid. People, think about it. It's guaranteed. I'm sorry it didn't go as fast as I thought it would. I thought retail was a little bit smarter after the whole AMC thing. I really thought this, like, with the market cap so low and the tiny amount of volume that we'd need, I really thought this was going to happen faster. That's my bad. But, like, when we win, when it does squeeze, ain't nobody going to remember this shit. The only thing you're going to remember is the dollars in your bank account, motherfucker. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. Like, I can't believe that there's so little people willing to voice their opinions of what's so obviously true. It's a sure thing, people. All in on MULN. All in on... Ooh, look at that volume pump. That's a nice little pump. But it looks like this is going to be the lowest volume day we've ever had since the squeeze actually even started. Let's see. Let's see. 29 million. Let's see. We hit 42 million here. We hit 30 million here. The lowest volume day is today. Low volume days always happen before squeezes starts. That doesn't mean this one's the one. And so, like, the squeeze didn't start until we hit 52 and went to $1.95 2 days later. If you look at that volume, it's 47 million. Before that, like, this is when the squeeze wasn't even happening yet, and there was no volume. And then it slowly starts to build up, and then once it goes back down, one of these days, after a low volume day, we are going to rip like we've never ripped before in any other stock. Man, this really could be bigger than GameStop. It really could. The market cap's so small that when the FOMO starts, it's going to level up like we've never seen. I'm excited about it, people. I hope you are too.